The final part of the transfer series is a look back to perhaps the leaner years for Nigerian players and their time in these big sides, a time where world and club record transfer fees would be shattered regularly, and Nigerians were not necessarily amongst the equation unlike the previous eras. However, a few would make their impact instantly and over time. At number 5 is Emmanuel Emenike, who somehow managed to switch clubs twice in one summer. The match-fixing scandal involving Fenerbahce and other Turkish clubs in the 2011 season saw a number of Fenerbahce players and executives under investigation, and Emmanuel Emenike was affected as his long-awaited move from Karabükspor to the Istanbul Giants hit a roadblock and he had to be resold to another team that summer. Spartak Moscow came to the rescue and whisked the burly forward to the Russian capital, where the striker bamboozled his way to the hearts of the Spartak fans and the attention of several European sides. One notable performance was his brace against Scottish giants Celtic Glasgow in a 3-2 away loss in the 2012-13 group stages of the Champions League, which put him on the radar of some top European sides. He famously scored against Zenit St. Petersburg in a league pointing to his vein while wheeling away in celebration, but was strangely red-carded for a, quote, improper conduct. His 21 goals in 42 league games in his time, which translated to international success with Nigeria in that period, is still remembered in Russia as well as FIFA 13 Ultimate Team fanatics. Number 4 is Odion Ighalo. Odion Ighalo's career looked floating for a good number of years, but a decent 4 seasons at Granada across 2 loan spells helped the Spanish side stay up in La Liga, especially in his final season in 2013-14. Another loan move to English Championship side Watford beckoned, where he scored 3 goals in 8 matches in the 2014-15 season. Watford terminated the loan deal with Udinese in October 2014 and signed him permanently in their push for Premier League promotion. Ighalo responded with a total of 20 goals in 35 games that season, as Watford finished second behind Bournemouth in the automatic slot. He would form a fantastic partnership with club captain Troy Deeney along the way too, as both players would prove to be a thorn in the flesh for a number of Premier League sides. With top-tier defences struggling to deal with their telepathic understanding and physicality, the dynamic duo would combine with 29 goals between them, with Ighalo smashing 16 of them in the first half of the season alone. Although Jude's form faltered at the turn of the year and unto the next season, which prompted his sale to Changchun Yatai in January 2017, his impact at the club is still felt to this very day. Number 3 is not really a surprise, but a lot of Albion fans at the time pinched themselves after it was announced the experienced Peter Odemwingie was joining for just £1 million from Lokomotiv Moscow at the peak of his prime. The light-skinned forward wasted no time feeling at home, scoring the winning goal on debut against Sunderland and rediscovering his 2005-06 season form for French side Lille with a replica 15 league goals on his debut campaign in the Premier League. The Albion would finish in a decent 11th place, with Odemwingie garnering 2 Player of the Month awards and finishing as the team's top scorer. His time in Birmingham also saw the Nigerian score a hat-trick in the Black Country derby against Wolves at the Molineux and finish his time at the club as West Brom's all-time Premier League scorer with 30 goals, a record that might take some beating for a while yet. The 2013-14 season will forever be remembered as Vincent Enyeama's greatest career period. After 2 years on the bench and a loan move to Maccabi Haifa to Booth, Vinny was made the club number 1 by manager René Girard and went 1,062 minutes without conceding a goal after 11 games in the French league. Just 114 minutes shy of equaling the all-time record, Enyeama was at the peak of his career in one of Europe's elite leagues after over 5 years in the Israeli league. This transfer proved to be a match made in heaven, as the adoring Lille fans loved Vinny to bits, and he likewise. In his 7-year stint mostly as the club's number 1, Vinny accumulating over 118 appearances and earning the respect and admiration of the French football public. The world would also take notice after he pulled up a superb showing at the 2014 World Cup. Enyeama would win League One's Player of the Month twice in 2013 and the Marc Vivien Foe Award for the Best African Player in 2014, leaving the club as a cult hero. The story of Victor Moses at Chelsea feels like a 2-part series. Roberto Di Matteo had just won a surprise Champions League title with Chelsea in 2012 and spent that summer signing the finest young talents around. Eden Hazard, Oscar and Victor Moses were signed in the 2012-13 summer, and although Chelsea switched managers towards the end of the season, Moses found his feet in the Europa League and contributed 4 goals in 6 games as Chelsea won the trophy in his first season. Jose Mourinho's coming in the summer of 2013 would turn the screw for Victor as loans away at Liverpool, Stoke and West Ham followed. Antonio Conte's arrival in 2016 would offer a change of perspective and perception towards Moses as he excelled in an unfamiliar right-wing back role, a position he made his in world football. 34 games of a possible 38 in the league showed versatility and intelligence, and he added a Premier League title and FA Cup the following season. A total of 128 games and 18 goals at the Bridge leaves no doubt on the impact Moses made, especially in the Conte era, and Chelsea are yet to win a league title since.